Hello students, I hope you are doing well and had a great break. This is Maggie, your instructor for Integrated Science 2. In this welcome video, I'll take you on a core of the course and give you some tips about successful navigation and practice in this course. So when you open the course, you'll land on the home page, which is actually one of the wiki pages. These are pretty static documents that afford you study opportunity. This will change with regard to what unit we're in at any given time. On your first day of the class, you should go into the syllabus. I've made some very minor changes to the syllabus, so please download it again if you already downloaded it from the registration website of CMC. And here in the body of the syllabus, you'll just see the schedule. This is a handy tool for you to visit, but know that I also recreate this information week by week in the announcements. The announcements, I will post at least one announcement per week. If there are other issues that are occurring, I'll also make a special announcement midweek. This is attached to a podcast feed, so if you have Canvas app downloaded onto your phone, you should get my announcements on your phone, which is a helpful reminder. Always click into the announcements after you look at the home page when you get into the class. Now we will go over to modules. So each module, we will have a discussion, we'll have a lab due, and we have a portfolio assignment due at the end of the semester. So this first week we're just going to have community introductions, and class starts on Monday, but class normally runs from Sunday to Saturdays. The idea here is that you could finish up a week and you could get a jump start on the next week before the weekend's over for those of you who are working during the week. The portfolio assignment, I'll talk about that in a second. I'll always keep this pretty close to the top so you can have it in your mind. But we'll launch right into Unit 2 right after class begins, and you'll need to make a post in discussion. Most discussions are 2 weeks long, but some are only 1 week long. If they're 2 weeks long, you need to make your first post by the first Tuesday and your reply post by the second Tuesday, but the discussion stays open till Saturday night. The idea here is that you get into discussion early in the week and then you're studying and working on lab later in the week. If you miss these Tuesday deadlines, by all means, still participate in discussion. You'll only get late points deducted for missing this deadline. You won't get a 0. So it's always worth it to participate in discussion, even if you're late. Okay? You must participate in discussion by February 1st because this is the refund date. If you have not participated in Unit 1 discussion or in the community introductions, you'll be dropped from the course. So absolutely make sure you participate in discussions. We have 1 lab per unit. When you click on the lab assignments, you will head over to the classroom website. This is where the procedures for the labs are noted and the worksheet. You'll go into My Lab and you will fill out the document, download it, come back to Canvas and submit it. If you do not submit a photo with your lab file, I won't grade it. The photo is the authentication, making sure that you are doing your work, not someone else. Each photo should have you in it, like a selfie, and an index card with your name and the date, and then your lab work in action. So depending on what it is, the action will be the main procedures of that particular lab. Okay, let's go back to modules. Oh, let me note one thing while we're in there. When you're in an assignment, there's this file path here, but if you click on assignments to get out, you end up somewhere different, okay? So make sure you're using this left toolbar. Now let's think about this portfolio for a second. These first 2 things are wiki pages. Each wiki page This will change depending on where we are in the semester. So right now it's the welcome page, but when we're in the earth science unit, the home page will be the earth science page, etc., etc. These are pages that offer information about what we're working on, and they also provide you with quick study opportunities. So if you're, for example, in a grocery line or waiting for a bus, you could look at the wiki page, the home page of the course, and kind of get an idea of what we're doing, visit some of these websites. Really quick access to study materials. Okay? These panels I made a long time ago, and some of the information might not be totally accurate in terms of the assignment information, but the general information about the content is valid. And there are some nice links there too. Okay, going back to the modules. Wiki page, what is a portfolio? The portfolio is basically assignments that you create for yourself that are due at the end of the semester, one per unit, okay? The idea here is that you get to drive. You get to decide what it is that you want to do. This what is a portfolio page has just some Q&A that has occurred in the past semesters to describe this assignment. But then we also have the portfolio resources page. Okay, so each portfolio artifact is worth 20 points. You'll need to have 5 artifacts by the end of the semester. Lots of people in this class are education majors, so you can write a lesson plan about the unit's information. You can write an essay. You can make a poster or a presentation. You could go on a field trip and live to tell about it. Okay? 20 points. That's the same number of points that our discussion is worth. So each one of these is not like a final research paper. It's something less than that. But it is your way of taking the most valuable information from each unit and making it your own and spending some more time working on that. I highly recommend you consider the lesson plan rubric if you are an education major. It's a great way to warm up to writing lesson plans, something that you'll absolutely have to do as a teacher. And depending on what school, you'll have to do it with various frequency. We have grades here, we have the people, the quizzes. Let's talk about the quizzes. Okay. So we have a midterm and a final in this course. These are untimed exams, and the idea here is that you spend as much time as you need to get full credit. Make sure you clear away 2 or 3 hours to work on the midterm. You only have one attempt, so don't try to work on it, leave, and come back. You will be locked out of the exam. So be sure you plan ahead for this. We also have practice quizzes. These are ungraded assignments, but if you want to really get the feel for how the midterm and final exam will look, then by all means do the practice quizzes. Okay? I think that's all. I may have forgotten something, but remember that the home page will change depending on our unit, so make sure you check the announcements because they don't appear right when you show up to the classroom. The last thing I'll say is I am a very flexible and compassionate person. There are a couple people in the class who are in Integrated Science 1. They vouch for me, I guarantee. If you talk to me about what's going on in your life, I can help you and I can be flexible. But if you just fire alarm me after deadlines, I'm less inclined to work for you because I don't know you. We haven't built a personal relationship. So if you know that you're going out of town off the spring break or something like that, please make sure you tell me so I can help you work with the deadlines. But don't expect me to do a whole lot for you if you don't show up to class and you communicate with me after you've missed assignments. All right, I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.